Welcome back, everyone, to the Remedify Coaching Program podcast. Today, we're going deep, really deep into this ebook you sent us. It's called Your Health and Wellness 10 Lessons from the Remedify Coaching Program. So it looks like you're thinking about your well-being, which is great. And our mission today is to kind of go through this ebook with you and pull out some practical things, some maybe aha moments, just stuff that can really help you make some changes.
Absolutely. Yeah. The ebook you've provided, it's really comprehensive, and we're excited to dig into this with you. Will be your guides, kind of pointing out the important stuff, and showing how you can actually use these principles every day for some real long-term benefits.
Okay, sounds good. Let's jump right into lesson one. It's all about understanding how important a balanced diet is. Right off the bat, the ebook makes it clear how important a balanced diet is to your overall health and how you feel, just your vitality. It talks about all those essential nutrients we need and how important it is to have a variety of foods in our diet, like those colorful fruits and veggies, whole grains, lean proteins to keep us going, and of course, those healthy fats that we all need.
Yeah. And what's really interesting is that the ebook doesn't just tell you to eat well. It explains why it's so important. You see all the different vitamins and minerals and stuff in food. They all work together inside your body. It's like a symphony, right? Each part plays a role in keeping you healthy. It's really about nourishing your body from the inside out.
I like that, a symphony. Okay, so the first thing the ebook suggests is to do a self-assessment of your eating habits. Sounds kind of boring, I know, but it says to keep a food journal. Now, I know that might sound like a chore to some people, but it's more about just gathering information. You write down everything you eat and drink, the portion sizes, how it's prepared. It can really show you patterns you might not even know are there.
Yeah, you're right. It's like you're creating a picture of what you're eating right now.
Yeah.
And from there, the ebook helps you look at how much of each macronutrient you're getting. Those are your carbs, proteins, and fats. It even gives you some examples like complex carbs. Those come from whole grains, and they give you energy for a long time. Lean proteins like fish, those are important for your body to repair itself. And healthy fats, like from avocados, are super important for your brain. The book helps you see if you're getting the right amounts of these important things.
It doesn't just stop with those, though, right? The ebook also wants you to think about your micronutrients. Now, these are your vitamins and minerals. You need them in smaller amounts, but they're still super important. For example, are you getting enough calcium? That's for strong bones. You can get that from dairy or leafy greens. What about iron? That's for energy. You can get it from red meat or spinach. And don't forget vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant. You can find that in citrus fruits and bell peppers. It makes you really think about all the things your body needs to function.
It's true. We often just think about calories or feeling full, but those micronutrients, they're the real heroes behind the scenes. They affect everything, from your immune system to your nerves. Oh, and this self-assessment also includes how much water you drink, which is the most basic thing, but so important. You should aim for at least 8 cups of water every day. Of course, you might need more if you're active or if it's hot outside. It's such a simple thing, but it makes a huge difference.
You're telling me. Okay, then the ebook gets into sugar. That's something we could all probably cut back on, right? It says to watch out for added sugars. They're hidden in so many processed foods. And choose natural sweetness instead, like from fruit. And it also talks about fiber. You should aim for 25 to 30 grams every day. You can get that from whole grains, beans, fruits, and vegetables. Fiber's great for your digestion. It even helps regulate your blood sugar.
Yeah, fiber is like a superstar nutrient. It helps your gut stay healthy. And we're learning more and more about how important your gut is for your overall health. And you know what else the ebook mentions? Salt. It says to watch your sodium intake. Basically, try to eat less processed food and use herbs and spices to flavor your food instead of so much salt.
Yeah, good point. And let's not forget about portions. The book says to use measuring cups or learn to visually estimate what a serving size should look like. It can be really eye-opening. And it also asks you to pay attention to how you eat. Are you mindful? Do you listen to your body's signals of hunger and fullness? Or do you just eat when you're stressed or bored?
A lot of times the biggest change comes from understanding why we eat. If you can figure out what triggers you to eat when you're not really hungry, you can make better choices. So the self-assessment ends by asking you to look at your meals overall. Are you getting a good mix of carbs, protein, and fats at each meal? That's important for feeling full and satisfied and for having energy that lasts.
Makes sense. So after taking a good look at your current eating habits, lesson one moves on to action point two, which is all about creating a balanced meal plan. The ebook suggests figuring out how many calories you need each day. This takes into account your age, gender, weight, how active you are, and what your health goals are. This way, your meal plan is personalized just for you.
Exactly. And once you have that calorie range, the ebook helps you set goals for your macronutrients. This means deciding what percentage of your calories should come from carbs, protein, and fats. It gives you some good starting points. For example, it suggests getting 45 to 65% of your calories from carbs, 10 to 35% from protein, and 20 to 35% from fats. Remember, these are just guidelines, and everyone's needs are different.
Right. And then the ebook gets into specifics about what types of food to include in your meal plan. It talks about lean protein sources like chicken, fish, tofu, and beans. They're great for keeping you feeling full, and they're important for building and maintaining muscle. And it also emphasizes whole grains over refined grains, things like quinoa and brown rice. They have more fiber and nutrients. And of course, it says to eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, both raw and cooked, to get all those vitamins and minerals we talked about earlier.
And those healthy fats are so important too. Think about avocados, they're good for your heart, nuts, they give you lasting energy. Olive oil has anti-inflammatory properties, and fatty fish, like salmon, is packed with omega-3s, which are great for your brain. And don't forget about dairy or dairy alternatives. They're good sources of calcium and vitamin D. The ebook even have ideas for healthy snacks, like Greek yogurt with berries or some nuts and carrot sticks.
And it weaves hydration right into the meal plan. It encourages drinking water and herbal teas, and it suggests limiting sugary drinks. Those can add a lot of calories without much nutritional value. And then the ebook offers some really great advice. It says to think about talking to a registered dietitian or a nutritionist. This is especially important if you have specific dietary needs or health conditions, or if you have really big health goals. They can really help you create a personalized plan.
Yeah. Having someone to guide you can make a huge difference. They can help you figure out all the details and create a plan that works for you and that you can stick to. Now let's move on to action point 3 in lesson 1. This is about mindful eating and portion control. It's not just about what you eat, but how you eat.
That's right. The ebook says to slow down and savor every bite. You should chew your food slowly and really pay attention to the textures and flavors. It's amazing how much more you enjoy your food when you're not rushing.
That's so true. And this next point goes hand in hand with that. It's about learning to listen to your body's natural hunger and fullness cues. The ebook suggests using a scale, maybe from 1 to 10, to rate how hungry you feel before you eat and how full you feel after. The goal is to eat when you're comfortably hungry and stop when you're satisfied, not stuffed.
That makes sense. And the ebook has a neat little trick for portion control. It says to use smaller plates and bowls. This can trick your brain into thinking you're getting more food, which can be surprisingly effective. And it also helps to be more aware of serving sizes. Maybe even use measuring cups and spoons at first, just to get a sense of what a real portion looks like.
Another helpful tip is to create a calm and distraction-free environment when you eat. Turn off the TV, put away your phone, and just focus on your food. And remember to listen to your body. Eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full, even if there's food left on your plate.
That's important. And engage all your senses. Notice the colors, aromas, and textures of your food. It makes the whole experience so much richer. And the ebook gives a simple strategy for portion control. Visually divide your plate into sections for vegetables, lean protein, and whole grains. And it reminds us to avoid mindless eating, when you're doing other things and not really paying attention to what you're putting in your mouth.
Absolutely. And it acknowledges that mindful eating is a skill. It takes time to develop. So the book suggests talking to a dietitian or joining a mindful eating group. They can give you guidance and support. All of these things are real practical steps you can take to improve your relationship with food and make healthier choices.
Okay, so that was lesson 1. Now on to lesson 2, which is about incorporating regular physical activity. The ebook makes it clear that exercise is essential for good health, and it suggests different types of activities for different fitness levels and preferences. And the first step is finding an exercise routine that works for you.
Yeah, what I like about this section is that it really emphasizes personalization. You start by thinking about your own fitness goals. What are you hoping to achieve? Do you want to lose weight, gain muscle, improve your heart health, or maybe just feel better overall? Knowing your why is a huge motivator.
That's true. And then the ebook asks you to think about what kinds of activities you actually enjoy. Do you like being outdoors? Or do you prefer working out indoors? Choosing something you enjoy makes you much more likely to stick with it. And it also encourages you to honestly assess your current fitness level. How's your stamina, your strength, your flexibility? Are there any medical conditions you need to consider?
Being honest with yourself about where you're starting is crucial for setting realistic goals and avoiding injuries. And then the ebook has you think about how much time you actually have to devote to exercise. Be realistic. How much time can you fit in during the week and on the weekends? This will help you find a routine that fits into your life.
Setting realistic expectations is a big theme in this ebook, and for good reason. It reminds you to choose something you can stick with long term and to start with smaller, more manageable goals. It also encourages you to try different things, explore your options. Try cardio, strength training, yoga, team sports, whatever sounds interesting. You might discover something you really love.
And if you're not sure where to start or how to progress safely, the book suggests talking to a personal trainer or an exercise physiologist. They can help you create a program that's right for you. And it emphasizes the importance of variety in your workouts to keep things interesting and to work all your different muscle groups.
And it stresses the importance of adapting your routine to your lifestyle. Some days are busier than others, so on those days, maybe you can squeeze in a shorter, high-intensity workout. Or find ways to be more active during your breaks. And it reminds you to listen to your body. If something hurts, stop and modify the exercise or try something else.
That's so important. Exercise shouldn't be painful. It should make you feel good. So the second action point in Lesson 2 is about setting clear, attainable fitness goals and then tracking your progress as you go. This is where the SMART goal framework comes in.
Yeah.
Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. The ebook gives an example of a SMART goal, like losing 10 pounds in 3 months.
And it helps to break down big goals into smaller milestones. It makes the whole journey seem less daunting. For example, if your ultimate goal is to run a marathon, maybe start by training for a 5K race. Celebrating those smaller victories along the way helps you stay motivated. And again, the ebook stresses the importance of being realistic. Set goals that challenge you but are still achievable.
And tracking your progress is essential. It helps you stay motivated and see how far you've come. The ebook suggests keeping a log of your workouts, like what you did, how long you did it for, and how intense it was. And track relevant measurements like your weight. There are tons of apps and wearable devices that can help you do this easily. It also says to track more than just your weight, things like body measurements, body fat percentage, strength gains, endurance improvements, and flexibility.
It's all about celebrating those milestones, big and small. It reinforces those positive habits and keeps you excited about your journey. And the ebook reminds you to check in with your goals regularly and make adjustments if you need to. As you get fitter, your goals might change. And it strongly suggests finding some support. A friend, a fitness group, or a personal trainer can all help you stay accountable and motivated.
Having that support system makes a world of difference. And then the third action point in Lesson 2 talks about finding ways to incorporate physical activity into your daily life outside of plain workouts.
Yes, it's about making movement a regular part of your day. The ebook suggests taking active breaks during your workday, walking or biking instead of driving whenever you can, and even making those household chores a little more physically engaging.
The classic example is taking the stairs instead of the elevator, right? And try to walk more. Walk during your lunch break, walk when you're running errands. It all adds up. Joining a sports team or a dance class is another great way to be active and socialize at the same time.
And don't forget about all the fun outdoor activities. Go hiking, biking, swimming, gardening. And if you prefer working out at home, there are tons of apps and online workout videos you can use. And don't be afraid to include your family and friends. Go on hikes together, play active games, make fitness a social thing.
It's all about making conscious choices to move your body more and finding activities that you enjoy and that fit into your life. That way, physical activity becomes something you do naturally, not just a chore.
Okay, so we've covered diet and exercise. Now let's move on to Lesson 3, which is all about prioritizing quality sleep. The ebook emphasizes just how important good sleep is for every aspect of our health and well-being. And the first step is establishing a consistent sleep schedule and a relaxing bedtime routine.
Yeah, it starts with understanding how much sleep you actually need. It's different for everyone, but most adults need around 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. The ebook says to set a regular bedtime and wake-up time, even on the weekends. This helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle.
And it's crucial to create a sleep-conducive environment in your bedroom. Make it dark, quiet, and cool. Use blackout curtains, earplugs, a white noise machine, whatever helps. And keep the temperature comfortable on the cooler side. And one of the biggest things is limiting screen time before bed. The ebook recommends putting away those electronic devices at least an hour before you want to sleep.
Yeah, that blue light from our phones and computers really messes with our melatonin production. Melatonin is the hormone that tells our body it's time to sleep. So it's important to create a relaxing routine before bed. Read a book, take a bath, do some relaxation exercises, listen to calming music, anything that helps you wind down and signal to your body that it's time to rest.
And the ebook stresses the importance of avoiding caffeine and nicotine, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime. And while exercise is great, it's best to avoid intense workouts too close to bedtime. It even mentions paying attention to what you eat in the evening. Avoid heavy meals and too much fluid right before bed.
Managing stress is crucial too. Journaling, relaxation techniques, those can all be really helpful in calming your mind before you try to sleep. And finally, the ebook talks about the importance of a comfortable mattress and pillows. They can make a huge difference in how well you sleep.
Absolutely. So building on that idea of a relaxing routine, action point 2 focuses on creating a truly sleep-friendly environment. This involves choosing a quiet spot for your bedroom and minimizing noise. Use those earplugs, that white noise machine, whatever you need.
You can even take steps to soundproof your room. Heavy curtains, acoustic panels, door sweeps, all those things can help. And of course, silencing your electronic devices or putting them on Do Not Disturb mode is essential. No late night notifications. And again, the book emphasizes having a good mattress and pillows. They're an investment in your sleep quality.
And it talks about adjusting the temperature and ventilation. Make sure it's cool and comfortable and the air is circulating well. Choose bedding that's breathable and comfortable. And minimize light. Blackout curtains or a sleep mask can make a big difference. And a final tip, keep your bedroom relatively organized and free of clutter. It can help create a more peaceful and relaxing atmosphere.
It's all about creating a space that promotes restful sleep. And then action point 3 focuses on two specific things: avoiding screens before bed and watching your caffeine intake.
It reiterates setting that digital curfew at least an hour before bedtime. Make your bedroom a phone-free zone. Use that time to wind down with a relaxing activity. And if you really have to use your phone or computer, try using night mode or blue light filters.
Right, and avoid watching or reading stimulating content before bed. That can keep your mind racing. And when it comes to caffeine, be mindful of how much you're consuming, especially later in the day. Switch to decaf or herbal teas in the evening.
And read those labels carefully. Caffeine can be hiding in unexpected places. And instead of relying on caffeine for energy, try healthier alternatives like exercise, deep breathing, or a nutritious snack. It all comes back to building those healthy sleep habits that support your overall well-being.
Absolutely. These are practical tips that can really improve your sleep hygiene and help you get the rest you need.
Okay, let's move on to lesson 4, managing stress and cultivating mindfulness. The ebook makes it clear that managing stress effectively is essential for good health. And the first step is identifying your personal stress triggers and developing healthy coping mechanisms.
Yeah, this starts with taking some time for self-reflection. Think about the specific things that trigger stress for you. Could be situations, people, even certain thoughts. And pay attention to how stress shows up in your body and mind. Headaches, irritability, difficulty focusing. These are all signs that you might be stressed. Keeping a stress journal can be really helpful. Write down when you feel stressed, what caused it, and how you reacted. It can help you identify patterns.
That's a good idea. And you can always ask people you trust for their perspective. They might notice things about your stress that you don't see yourself. And make sure you're taking care of yourself. Exercise, meditation, hobbies, spending time with loved ones, all these things can help build your resilience to stress.
Exactly. And it's important to develop healthy coping mechanisms for when stress does arise. The ebook gives a bunch of suggestions, like journaling, practicing gratitude, reaching out to your support network, expressing yourself creatively through art or music. And if you need more support, consider therapy. Learning to manage your time better can also reduce stress. Prioritize your tasks, set realistic goals, break down large projects into smaller steps, and set healthy boundaries. It's okay to say no if you're feeling overwhelmed.
Right. And work on your problem-solving skills. Feeling more in control of situations can help reduce stress. And the ebook suggests some specific techniques for calming down in the moment, like progressive muscle relaxation or guided imagery.
These are all proactive things you can do to understand your stress and manage it in a healthy way. Action point 2 in lesson 4 is all about actively incorporating relaxation techniques into your daily routine, specifically deep breathing exercises and meditation.
Yeah, even just 5 or 10 minutes a day can make a difference. Find a quiet and comfortable spot where you won't be interrupted.
Deep breathing is such a simple yet powerful tool. Those slow, deep breaths can calm your nervous system and reduce anxiety. If you're new to meditation, try guided meditations. There are tons of apps and online resources you can use, and see if you can bring mindfulness into your everyday activities. Pay attention to the sensations of eating, or really be present during a walk.
Experiment with different relaxation techniques too. Find what works for you. And remember, consistency is key. Try to practice regularly, even if it's just for a few minutes at a time.
And sprinkle those mini relaxation breaks throughout your day. On your commute, at work, whenever you can. You could really help keep your stress levels down. And action point 3 goes deeper into the practice of mindfulness itself. It's all about being fully present in the moment and doing things you enjoy.
The ebook suggests starting with simple everyday things, like really paying attention to the taste and texture of your food as you eat, or noticing the feeling of your feet on the ground as you walk.
It's about noticing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, without getting carried away by them. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel right now? Focus on your breath. It can be an anchor to bring you back to the present moment when your mind wanders. And try slowing down. Savor the experience of whatever you're doing.
And make time for activities that bring you joy and make you feel engaged and present. Practice mindful listening in conversations. Really focus on what the other person is saying without thinking about your response. Take mindful breaks throughout the day, even just for a minute or two, to reset and reconnect with yourself.
Set reminders to help you come back to the present moment. A certain sound, a visual cue, anything that works. And cultivate gratitude. Focusing on the good things in your life can shift your perspective and reduce stress.
Mindfulness is all about appreciating and being present in the here and now. It can really reduce stress, boost your well-being, and help you find more joy in your everyday life. Okay, on to lesson 5, the final one we'll be covering today. This one is all about nurturing healthy relationships and social connections. The ebook highlights how important our relationships are for our overall happiness and well-being. And the first action point encourages you to reflect on your current relationships and look for areas where you can build stronger connections.
This starts with some honest self-reflection. How do you behave in your relationships? Are you a good communicator? Do you listen actively to others? Do you express yourself clearly and honestly? Think about the quality of the time you spend with loved ones and how much emotional support you give and receive.
And think about how conflicts are handled in your relationships. Can you work through disagreements constructively? Can you manage your emotions during difficult conversations? The ebook also has you consider whether there's mutual respect and healthy boundaries in your relationships, and whether they feel balanced and fair.
Do your relationships encourage your personal growth? Do you feel supported in your goals and aspirations? How's the level of trust? And it can be helpful to get some feedback from people you trust. They might have insights that you don't.
Okay, action point 2 gives some practical advice on how to nurture your existing relationships. Spend quality time with the people you care about. Make time for regular interaction, whether it's through phone calls, texting, or in-person visits.
Plan fun activities together based on your shared interests. And when you're together, be present. Put away those distractions and really listen to each other. Creating traditions and rituals and celebrating milestones together can also strengthen those bonds.
And be there for each other when times are tough. Offer support and a listening ear. The ebook reminds us to respect each other's preferences for how we spend our time. And it's a good idea to plan some unplugged time together, away from those screens. And don't forget to show affection and appreciation. Words and actions both matter.
It all comes down to being intentional about connecting with the people who are important to you and building those relationships. And the last action point point 3, is about seeking out new people and getting involved in social activities that match your interests and values.
Start by exploring your own hobbies and passions. You might find groups or clubs where people share those same interests. Taking classes or workshops is another great way to learn new things and meet new people.
And there's so many online platforms and communities now centered around all sorts of hobbies and interests. They can help you connect with people from all over. Attending meetup events or professional networking events can also lead to new connections.
Volunteering is a wonderful way to give back to your community and meet people who share your values, and explore what your local community has to offer. Check out cultural events, festivals, community gatherings, and don't be afraid to strike up conversations with people you meet. You never know where those conversations might lead.
It's all about putting yourself out there, being open to new experiences and new connections.
So there you have it. We've gone through quite a bit today, covering some key points from the Your Health and Wellness 10 Lessons ebook. We hope this deep dive has given you some practical and actionable steps you can take towards a healthier, more balanced, and more fulfilling life. If you're looking for more resources and support on this journey, check out Tyrannus Hall Bible College. They have a great YouTube channel at https://www.youtube.com/Tyrannus Hall Bible College.
These lessons are really just a starting point. We encourage you to revisit them, see what resonates with you the most, and think about where you want to start.
What small changes can you make today?
The path to well-being is unique for everyone. It's a journey, not a destination. We hope this deep dive has given you some valuable insights and maybe some of those aha moments that can spark real change.
Taking care of your health and well-being is so important, and you have the power to make positive changes. We believe in you.
Thank you for listening to the Remedify Coaching Program podcast.